everyone. Welcome to Build Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in entertainment. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Allie Colbert.
And I'm Lucas Dim. Hi, everyone.
You look so good. Today we're going to talk about Spotify's yearly playlist review based on your musical tastes and habits, BBC Radio's highly anticipated musical inspired by Duchess Meghan Markle, and Cosmo Magazine's Hot Movie Dads of 2018. Woo! Plus, former Bachelorette contestant and banker Derek Peth joins the table to discuss money and romance.
Yes. Oh. But first, guys, it's Monday, it's December, so why not start the week by making our spirits, the prompter stopped going, right, with some festive holiday cocktails. Here to stir up some holiday cheer is Johnny Livanos, general manager and beverage director at Ousia, New York City's newest Greek Mediterranean restaurant that brings the dynamic flavors and textures of land and sea to life. Everyone, please welcome Johnny Livanos. Woo!
Hello. You're gonna be okay.
Yes.
You're gonna be okay.
You're our first official person to be like making drinks for us at a bar.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I am honored to be that person.
We are honored to have you here. So tell us, what are you making for us today?
All right, so it's the morning, right? So I don't know if you guys had your coffee yet. So we're gonna do a little coffee cocktail for you all.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite brunch cocktails is called the Cold Brew Corrected, because it's better with booze. We're gonna do some cold brew coffee, rakomolo, which is a Greek honey cinnamon liqueur. That kind of makes sense because I'm a Greek restaurant. We used to have a Greek restaurant, so honey cinnamon liqueur. We do a little Spanish brandy, heavy cream, some simple syrup, and cinnamon. It's great.
A perfect breakfast cocktail.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, let's you get started.
I'll make a couple
and
for
while
you
you're doing
guys.
that, can you just tell us about Ousia?
So yeah, Ousia is on 57th Street and 11th Avenue. We serve Greek-focused Mediterranean food, cocktails, and wine. It's a fun place. We're in a nice new neighborhood with a lot of new developments going on there. So it's cool. We've been there for almost 2 years, which is crazy. Time really flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fun vibes of happy hour Monday through Friday from 5 to 7. What else can I say about it?
That's okay. Just keep making that drink. 'Cause I want to
And you're the beverage director there, so what is your role as beverage director other than getting smashed 24/7?
That is my most important job, is getting smashed all the time. No, so I'm a beverage director, general manager. I wash dishes, I cook, I clean. I do a little bit of everything.
Wow.
But as beverage director, my main job is to make sure our cocktails are seasonal, that we're using the best ingredients, training the staff, training the team, keeping friendly with all my wonderful guests, and keeping the place exciting.
Is the most popular person in the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
When I'm friendly with the beverage director, I always get some shots of tequila.
Yep, that's a good trick. You meet, for everyone here in the audience, meet the beverage director at your favorite bar, and you will get better treatment than everybody else.
So wait, what are you pouring in now? That looks like a...
This is the good stuff. This is the cold brew coffee.
Oh, okay.
This is the main part of this drink.
I love everything that's happening right now.
Yeah.
So Ousia is part of the Livanos restaurant group,
Yep.
big family empire. I understand what it's like being part of a family empire. What is that like for you, carrying on your family legacy with this restaurant?
It is an honor. It is so fun. It's like I get to work with my brother. I work with my dad. I see my grandpa's even still involved.
Oh, that's
So like all around, it's a lot of fun. I just feel lucky. I mean, a lot of family businesses are kind of similar, where you get to work with your family. Like luckily I have a really good family, a nice family. We don't kill each other. Sometimes we do.
That's not always the case with restaurant family.
Sometimes you hear nightmare stories where like people don't talk to each other, or they get like, it's so stressful, and you take your stress out on your brother or your mom. Sometimes I do that, but like at least afterwards we're like, all right, sorry I got that way.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Yes, okay.
So,
Do you feel any pressure though, living up to your grandfather, living up to his legacy?
I mean, he is my hero, so there's definitely a lot of pressure there to be just as good as a person as he was.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really stress me out because my family has my back. I'm lucky to be able to say that like no matter what, if I screw up or something bad happens, like I have good people to support me, to keep me going. So the pressure's really, it's a little bit in there, but I'm okay. Pressure's good. Yeah, you need to feel pressure if you want to like move forward and grow.
So are you putting cinnamon on top of this?
Freshly grated cinnamon.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Luke, do you want to go help him bring those over?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This is gonna be my morning cocktail every day.
Wait, I want to know, like, what are the best brunch offerings at Ousia? So, like, if I'm going
Please
there,
have a seat.
I'm getting this
Yeah, so you
drink,
go right
what
here?
should I pair with it?
All right, so I brought a few for you guys to see here. These are some of my favorite brunch items.
Wait, before we do that,
have.
should we toast
Yeah.
really quick?
Yeah.
Cheers.
These are beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get
Oh,
one.
wait.
That's okay. I don't
Okay, so I don't usually like coffee, but I like this. So this is my morning
God.
drink.
I'm like
Yes.
afraid of the cold brew in it.
Oh no, this is
Yum.
This
fantastic.
is so good.
I want
It's
3
mellowed
of
out
those
with
every
a little bit of
morning.
This is-
brandy.
How much alcohol?
So
Like if I
good.
drink this, I should pace myself, right? Yeah.
It's okay. It's only,
Early.
you got 2 ounces of booze in there, so nothing
I love
crazy.
another.
Yeah, no big deal. We could do this.
2 ounces of
I'll have
booze,
yours,
2 ounces
don't
of
worry about
caffeine.
That is
I love this.
that's addicting.
Thank
I
you.
can conquer the world now.
Right?
Yeah.
He has a drinking problem.
I know. They support it though.
Have you always been interested in food and beverage?
Yeah, I don't even know when the moment came where I was like, I want to go into the restaurant business. It was just as a kid growing up, it's like that's all I did. My first job, I was 13 years old at our family diner making milkshakes. My first AOL,
like
I shouldn't
that.
even say this. My first AOL screen name was the Dessert Boy. I was making milkshakes
that.
and making cakes at the diner.
Yeah.
And I was like 12 or 13 years old. So then ever
Dessert
since
Boy.
that, like that's all I wanted to do, and I kept trying to keep working in the industry and growing and.
It's the best way to learn, though, especially because if you have the family resources, you work in a restaurant, you work from the ground up, starting in the kitchen, doing everything. So now you're at this position now where you can be up top, but like you understand how every
Oh, yeah.
different part of the restaurant works.
Yeah, how to unplug a toilet, how to fix a dishwasher. Those are also the most important things to the
Yeah.
job. You got to be able to do everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This
The food.
The food.
Yeah. So the food here. So we have a few of my favorite brunch dishes. So here we have our classic shakshuka. Shakshuka is like a Israeli Middle Eastern dish. It's cumin, tomato sauce, poached egg, some crumbled feta cheese on there, and lucanico sausage, which is a sausage we make with pork and lamb. This is our gyro hash. So we're taking shredded beef, we're seasoning it with sumac and oregano and paprika, a lot of different Mediterranean spices. It's topped with an egg and some chili aioli, some red onions, some red peppers on there, and the fingerling potatoes. And this is my favorite, tsureki French toast. So tsureki is a classic Greek bread. It's kind of similar to challah bread, like a rich style dough that we're doing a simple batter, stuffing it with whipped cream cheese, and have a berry marmalade, some fresh fruit. So this is one of my
I was
favorites.
gonna say, is that your favorite?
Yeah, because French toast, it's like, every time I go to brunch, you have the biggest dilemma of a person who goes to brunch.
Yes.
It's sweet or savory.
Yes, that is it.
Yeah.
You go there, you're like, I want a burger, but I kind of want pancakes. So when I'm feeling sweet, I go for French toast. When I'm feeling
Obviously, you
savory, I
chose
go
this
for
one
the
because
gyro
you're the
hash.
dessert boy.
Exactly. I have a sweet tooth.
Always choose sweet.
But,
yeah.
or what I always do, I do savory, but then we get the sweet for the table.
Yeah.
So we'll
Table
split
cakes.
it. I'll eat most of it,
Right.
but I get this French toast, and everyone can just have a little bit,
Yeah.
and I
Or
can
you just
have both.
convince your friend. Be like, get the pancakes. They're really good
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, Johnny, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for
making
having
these
me.
amazing drinks.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out www.ousianyc.com to learn more about why everyone is talking about this New York City gem. Thanks again, Johnny.
2018 was a big year in music, with Drake topping the charts as the most streamed male artist and pop singer Ariana Grande as leader for the women. Spotify's Wrapped feature is back, which allows for users to take a look at the music that formed their personal soundtracks for the year. Plus, Grammy nominations were also announced last week. Let's take a look at a clip.
I kind of like that song. Was that nominated? for
I
anything?
hope so. That's a video that I put together myself.
Okay.
I'm really good at graphics.
On iMovie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my phone. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was
Technology.
just like pitched it to our producers and they were like, love it.
Wow.
So let's talk about the Grammy noms. I mean, I think the big surprise was obviously Shallows got nominated in 4 different categories.
Yes, and the album soundtrack was not eligible because of release date. So people are wondering
Yeah.
why I'm like lounging back.
I know.
Why wasn't it nominated? It's because it was released too late. But the song Lady Gaga and Bradley
Record
Cooper,
of the Year,
yeah.
Song of the Year, Best Pop Duo or Group, and then Best Song for Visual Media. So it's definitely going to pick up one of
I
them.
think it would definitely win
Yeah.
duo.
Yeah.
I think best duo would
Maybe.
be
What
one.
are the other duos?
Oh, one of them, and actually in most of those categories up against that song, is The Middle.
Oh my God.
Me in the middle.
We love the middle
Yeah.
here at
Someone
Bill
else
Brunch.
sing.
That's
that
our
with
Phil Brunch song.
It's Zed, Maren Morris, and
Oh, but you
Grant.
only hear really one person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, because Zed's like, he's a behind the scenes guy.
Right.
Even though we know what his face looks like, I'm like, why?
And Kendrick got 8 nominations.
Yeah.
He's leading the pack. So
He was like the only concert I went to this year at MSG, so I'm a huge fan of his. I mean, he just continues to be like.
well, I'm happy the Grammys are not like he is not a conventional like the Grammys kind of been known just nominate the same old people, the same safe people win. So I think Kendrick Lamar, I like. He's actually like really talented, controversial in a very smart, political way, and I like that they recognize him.
You said it there that they typically don't award rappers.
They don't.
So he's nominated, but we'll see if he wins. I hope he does. For me, he's a breakout. He's conscious. He's like the man of the moment, but they don't typically award rappers.
Or Beyonce when, I mean, she only won the Grammys when she was kind of, although I love her old music, it was safer, more pop, more kind of white people approved music. When Formation came out, like which was the album of the decade or whatever, it didn't win.
Right.
So I have a problem with the Grammys.
It kind of won, right? Didn't Adele
Adele got it, you should have won this.
Adele was like, you idiots, we're so scared, you know?
Even Adele was like, I don't just
both of her speeches were dedicated to Beyonce.
Yeah. I mean, if Adele is giving away her awards, then we know who the real winner is. Let's be real.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I was also excited for the Best New Artist category. Chloe and Halle are two sisters that I've been following. Beyonce actually discovered them on YouTube, and they're nominated for Best New Artist. And I mean, I love these girls. They came to Build last year. They're so amazing. Their family's amazing. They're on the road. They're performing at all these shows. Like, for me, they should win, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see them nominated.
Best New Artist always that competitive category.
So
that
competitive.
like, you know, I remember back in the day when I was really little when Christina Aguilera beat Britney Spears. Like, I remember that was kind of a thing. Like, oh, Christina beat Britney, but who knows what that predicted. But
That's probably the last time I've watched the Grammys.
1999? Yeah.
That's
1999.
maybe why I'm struggling in this combo. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, they have this still.
You're like, wow.
What about the end of the year review recap from Spotify? Did you guys get your feedback on that?
Why are people obsessed with that?
Because music is like a huge part of a lot of people's lives, I think.
And it's
you know?
bigger than ever this year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, music had such a breakthrough this year. For the first time ever, I saw people wearing headphones in public, and I was like, whoa.
Everywhere, the headphones.
Yeah.
The headphones, music on the phone, the watch.
They're like making their own playlists.
Yeah.
It's like wherever you go, they're like, you want to hear this song? I got a song. It's like, whoa, with the songs.
Chill.
People didn't expect music to come back like this.
Yeah.
So it's very surprising.
Music's having a comeback.
It is.
It really is.
It really is.
What was your top played song on Spotify?
I don't have Spotify.
Oh my.
What do you have?
Apple Music. Sorry, I just okay, so I was
You
late.
definitely just play old
Well, you just
Madonna
got
records.
booed.
in your
Yes,
apartment.
yes, I was just old Madonna records. I was late to the streaming game, and then when Apple Music came along, it was so easy. Just like, here, press this
We
button.
don't want to hear your excuses.
No, I mean it's just so weird.
I don't understand. Who was late to the streaming game? Like, what's wrong?
I really
What
held out
What else
a
were you
physical
doing?
CD.
You're too busy eating pizza, fat Lucas.
Jesus.
I am actually so grateful for all these new streaming sites, though, because I remember back in the day when you had to like download music illegally.
Oh God,
I know
LimeWire.
You remember?
LimeWire. Everybody just infected their computers
Totally.
just
I was
to
like,
hear
I'll
songs.
give my computer herpes.
I know.
Oh yeah.
You
My
gave-
computer was just one cold sore oozing all day.
Yeah,
Because of free music.
I used to have a stack of blank CDs and burned CDs
Oh,
for
yeah.
kids on
Yes.
the bus.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, you want one, Leland? You want one, Cole? This got Dilemma by Nelly on it.
In college, I would make my own playlist for me and my sorority sisters, and we would go into parties with our own CD and put it in. It was obnoxious but amazing.
Back in
That's pretty cool.
1993.
That's hot.
Oh, you know what?
That's
I was
pretty
just
cool.
defending the Fat Lucas stuff, then you're gonna come
sorry,
for me.
I'm sorry. That was bad. I
Okay.
usually don't do that to Brittany because I'm very
I'm
loyal.
just-
I'm very loyal.
I-
Trying to
I
be
was
on your
shocked.
side.
You messed
but
up.
I messed up. I totally messed up.
Making it
I'm
real
sorry.
hard.
You
Luke.
did.
I'm so
Making it real
sorry.
hard. I was gonna say my most played artist of 2018 was the internet. They told me I played the internet for 43 hours.
Is that a band?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's such a good band.
No, she was just playing the sounds of dial-up.
Yeah.
What's
I was just
the
listening to
internet?
computer clicks over and over again. No, it's a band. It's a really, really great band. You should check it out. Sid is the lead singer, and then the internet is like the band that she plays with. She also does features on other people's music, like Kate Tronada, who is also one of my top artists. I'm a big music person, obviously. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know me. You know what? You had a great year, Aretha Franklin. Hey, I know she's gone, but she had a great year.
She died this
Oh,
year.
you mean
In music. Okay, I didn't mean like.
died?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
Yeah,
She
no, she
didn't die.
died.
She didn't die.
Oh my gosh, she did?
Okay, yeah, I knew
Yes,
she died.
she died. She died.
Guys, can you not remind
I
me
meant,
when
like, in
legends
music,
die?
like, I
This is
meant
so
just
weird.
now.
So rude.
I just said she died this
no.
year, and Shannon was like, she didn't die, and I was like,
Remember
I
the
didn't mean
funeral?
that.
She died.
With
There was a
Ariana
funeral.
Grande?
Bill Clinton was
Shut
there
up,
looking at Ariana
shut
Grande. It was the whole thing.
Listen, Listen, Prince is alive. Aretha's alive.
They're
heard
alive in
about
our
that.
hearts and alive in music.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, for me, I knew her music, of course, the hits, but like I didn't know her like deep cuts. And like, of course, discovering like her version of When Change Is Gonna Come,
Oh,
Baby,
yeah.
Baby, Sweet Baby, like these really great songs she made, the gospel to like even the 80s kind of dance disco she made. Such good music. She made, that was my big thing of this past year of discovering her music
Yeah.
in a new way.
That was also cool. You could see the artists and how many plays they had.
Yeah.
And so you could see who's like the most popular artist. Wasn't it Ariana Grande and Drake had
This
the most?
was
Yeah.
the year of
Yeah.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
was.
3 billion
Ari's
times.
blow up. Thank
know.
you, next.
Yeah, thank
She
you,
killed
next.
it this year.
She did kill this
Yeah.
year. Although she didn't really get recognized that much at the Grammys.
Whatever.
She's kind of a pop, yeah, they don't, she's
Who
poppy.
cares?
Yeah. Who cares
Yeah,
now?
you're right.
Who
It
cares?
doesn't matter because she is
Doesn't.
super relevant.
Yeah.
And I really feel like with music, it's like awards don't matter as much as they do in other entertainment.
But I do think these artists want Grammys. I
Yeah.
mean, they do. So I think it does matter. Like
Does
when they-
Ariana not have other Grammys though?
she probably does. I don't actually
Yeah.
know. But she's sort of one of those sleeper. Like they don't really award her that much, but she's had such a big year.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting. I don't know.
Okay. Well, the Duchess of Sussex may no longer be able to star in her own show, but that doesn't mean we can't have the next best thing. That's right, Meghan Markle is about to get the musical treatment as the subject of a BBC Radio 4's 15-minute musical titled The Six in Line to be King and I. The radio broadcast will focus on the year ahead for the royal family as they await the arrival of their first child.
Ooh, so now we know BBC is on the pulse. They
Yeah.
knew it was a big year for music,
Yeah.
and they were like, what can we do? What else is big? Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle musical on the radio. Everybody wants it.
Everyone,
Sounds like a great idea.
very 2018, just audio-only
Yeah. What are
content.
Yeah.
That's what we all want.
What are the songs gonna be like?
Oh God.
Like,
Grand won't give me the tiara. Because, you know, she wanted that tiara. And also, she lost another personal assistant, guys. Okay, we were talking about this before. I usually side with her, like the difficulty rumors. I don't like when they talk about Meghan Markle. It's difficult to work for because I think she brings a new perspective, new traditions to the royal family. But she's losing her second personal assistant who worked for the Queen for 17 years. You work for the Queen for 17 years. You know how to put up with some stuff,
Why
okay?
is that on Meghan? Maybe this woman is done being an assistant for 17 years.
we don't know.
Maybe we
Also,
don't know.
didn't they complain that she was doing too much for herself? So maybe this assistant was just like feeling kind of self-conscious because they're like, oh, she's pouring herself her own water. Who
Yeah.
am I? And they just took themselves out.
maybe, but the Sunday Times reported that it's because she wakes up very early, like 5 a.m. and starts emailing right away. So
Why
I
is
don't
that?
know.
Why is that hard for her assistant to deal with?
Because she
don't
just
know.
doesn't want to.
Her
That's what it is.
assistant is
Her-
like,
yeah,
you
just don't
wake
wanna
up
deal with it.
That's the
early, I'm
thing.
out.
Yeah.
I think that they're just like, ill, this American actress. I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
want to deal with it.
Well, that's apparently the divide between them is not her and Kate, it's William and Harry.
What about that?
Because apparently, allegedly,
Allegedly.
don't
The
sue
boys
me,
are
the royal family, 'cause I
fighting.
can't fight the royal crown. When they were kind of dating, William said to Harry, like, I don't know if she's right or ready to be a part of this family, and Harry really resented that, and it bubbled up, and now since she got married, they've been living so close together that Harry and William have been at it, and now they're moving
Which is
away.
why they're
and
moving.
now the assistant quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't track for me. Like William and Harry are fighting, and assistant.
Well, that's gonna be different. That's
Yeah,
different.
these are just all different things. Again, it just shows that she's under this microscope that
Right.
is hard. And I think she entered this world maybe not knowing the magnitude of attention she was going to receive. I'm just saying it's not easy being
Because
in
you
the
know
royal
that
family.
Princess Diana documentary you watched.
I can't leave it. It stays with me, that dog.
Britney is very much like still feeling for Princess Diana.
I am, and
like,
it makes me afraid for Meghan. It's just so much pressure. I just would
Yeah.
never want that.
Yeah.
I think another fun song in the musical would have to do with Suits, like her just like singing like "I miss Suits," like looking into like the moonlight. You know?
I'll never win that Emmy.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have a palace now.
Yeah, I think a lot of the rumors about her difficulty are probably just like rumors,
Yeah.
and that like everything's fine.
I think also she's an American, a very American West Coast woman in a very traditionally British environment. So there's going to be conflict there.
You know what-
But like, who do you think they're really taking issue with her like over stuff like that? Like, do you think the assistants at the palace
Yeah.
are interfacing with her and fighting with her?
No, I
she's
think-
No.
the fucking queen. No one gives a fuck.
But they're not fighting, they're
Duchess.
quitting though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, no one's, no one's gonna be like talking to the Duchess and they're like throwing fits about.
No, do you watch
us
The
being-
Crown? It's all done
Yeah.
secretly
It's all
inside like
secret
closets.
shade.
They don't. Yeah, they
Yeah.
shade.
And they like run into a hallway and they whisper their drama. They're like,
Right.
did you see what
Yeah.
happened? And no one can hear it.
Yeah.
They don't even know what
Okay.
they're whispering.
I do think a song could be on there because she's difficulty with her dad. Is Papa Don't Preach. So if they want to cover that Madonna song,
or like,
could work.
or like, Papa, can you hear me?
Yes.
A little Barbara Streisand.
yes, that works too. Because her problematic dad always talking to the press about how he feels bad for her. Meghan's like, shut up,
I know.
Dad.
Yeah.
But can you hear me? Shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Papa,
Yeah.
can you hear me? I want you to shut up. Yeah, that's like,
Yeah.
hey, we're writing this musical already.
I think we are. Very successful.
In other news, Cosmopolitan has rounded up the hottest movie dads of 2018, and in at the top of the list are The Quiet Place actor John Krasinski, A Simple Favor star Henry Golding, First Man's Ryan Gosling, and Creed 2's Michael B. Jordan.
Can we start with Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. is the hottest on that list for sure.
Did you guys see Creed 2? Okay, I did. And he is so hot with that baby. And he is so, like, the best DILF ever.
I mean, he's hot with or without the baby.
He's hot with the
but
baby.
with the baby.
With the
Because
baby.
he's like shirtless in a lot of it, and then when he has the baby, and then the baby has some health stuff, and he's like tearful holding her, and you're just like, ugh.
Do you think that
Nothing makes a
baby
man
was
hotter
aware?
than a sick baby, sorry.
Yeah, sick baby. Sick babies are hot too.
Yeah.
Do you think that baby actress, while she was in his arms, was like, oh my god? Like she was just like against his chest,
like,
like
I
freaking
peaked.
out.
She's
This
just
is it.
smelling
This is
him.
my career.
Where do you go from there? That baby's like, I am on top of the world right now.
That's why she's so happy.
Very aware.
so crazy.
She's gonna look back in 20 years and be
Yeah.
like, I peaked.
Yeah,
They're gonna
that's
show her those photos. She's gonna be like, I blew it. I should have been in a low-cut diaper.
A crop top.
A crop
A baby
top.
crop top.
Damn it. Michael B. Jordan's
Missed
hot.
opportunity.
That's a very cute family. That's,
Oh,
that
yeah.
Was well,
I mean, and
good-
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson, good
most
casting.
perfect.
She's a super hot dad.
She's
I love
a hot
her.
dad.
Yeah, they're hot. They're all
I'd
hot.
put her on the list.
Yeah, put her on the list
Yeah,
too.
I think it's funny that Ryan Gosling got put on the list for First Man, and I'm like, there will never be a hotter dad than his character in Place Beyond the Pines. Like, that to me is the perfect dad. Covered in tattoos, super jacked, has a motorcycle, needs money, robs a bank, gets murdered. I'm like, that is my husband! I want that man so bad. That
I haven't
scene,
seen
did you
that.
guys seen that? Oh,
No.
you have to watch it. You would love it.
Really?
I've seen it.
There's
yeah.
a scene where he's like, he has a dog and he's like holding the dog by underneath its armpits and he's like making its legs wobble. And every time I watch that scene, I'm like, I would kill to be that dog. Just like naked and have him be like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this isn't even sexual. It's just for me. Like, it's just for me.
Oh my God, I need to watch that.
Yeah, he's like the hottest man in the world in that movie.
He's usually not the person I think of as that hot.
Really?
Really?
But in this movie, I swear to God, he just has bleached blonde hair.
Yeah.
He's a criminal. He has tattoos. He looks
That
like.
sounds like Biebs.
A little bit.
No, I don't
Bleach
think
blonde,
Justin
Jack.
Bieber can commit crimes. Like, I mean, he can pretend. He
When
can egg a house.
The race cars, when he was trying to be a race car driver.
was stupid.
Remember
Yeah.
that? That was stupid.
I think Henry Golding's really hot.
Oh, yeah. He's super hot.
Yeah, this is a really riveting convo.
Yeah.
We're like, Henry Golding's hot. Who else is hot?
I think Sterling K. Brown, he was on this list for Black Panther. He plays Michael B. Jordan's dad. I'm still on Michael B. Jordan. But he is the hottest dad in This Is Us.
Yes.
He is like the best father, and he's like doing his daughter's hair, and he's like going on jogs with them and just making them feel seen.
He
Yeah.
always, I love how he like takes his adopted daughter Deja out for like road trips, and then he like just like, he like sneaks up on her with these deep conversations, and she's like, leave me alone, and he always breaks through.
Oh, like the best DILF ever.
Yeah.
What, so I think it's the reason that there's a whole thing around DILF. It's the idea that like men can be empathetic and connect.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
that's what's so hot, right?
Yeah.
Because usually they're just like, what?
Yeah.
Yep. You got at it.
Yeah. For a second, I was like, oh my God, are they live streaming my ex? Yeah. I was like, oh my God, how is he here? Yeah.
I just thought we were buffering there for a second. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, that's what it's like on a date. What is going on?
I love it. Well, moving on. And now it's time for our guest. You may know Derek Peth from season 4 of Bachelor in Paradise or JoJo's season of The Bachelorette, but he's also the Senior Vice President of Digital Banking at Laurel Road. Today, Derek is here to tell us about some financial tips when it comes to love and relationships. Please put your hands together for Derek Peth.
Hey, how are you, Allie? Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hey, Derek, how you doing?
Good to meet you. Great.
So the first question is very important. Are you single or what's happening? What's going on?
I like to be dark and mysterious.
Okay.
No, I am single.
Okay. We just have to get that out of the way for the viewers.
Yeah.
I live in New York.
Yeah, okay. Good to know.
Great beard, by
Is
the
anybody
way.
not like slightly single in New York?
Yeah, everyone's slightly single in New York.
That is
All
why
right.
it's so hard to date here because
Exactly, I know.
Yeah, that just gave me cheater vibes. So like,
Yeah.
No longer attracted to
Not
you.
the vibe. I swear I'm a nice guy from Iowa.
Okay. Oh, I'm from Nebraska.
Santa's got me on the nice
And
side.
he's like, but I'm in a relationship until I see better options.
Don't pretend you're better.
We're gonna talk about more relationships later, but you have a job, a very legitimate job.
A job, yeah.
As a senior senior vice president of digital banking. Sorry, I messed that
You
up.
got it.
So tell us about what your job entails.
So my job is a little bit of everything, which makes it really hard to describe. But this thing called product management was developed, about 5-10 years ago in tech companies, and really it's about connecting like the end user experience with all of the back end engineers who aren't that great at contacting the front end experience. So what we do there, though, we're very focused on student loan refinancing. So on average, we save people $20,000 throughout the life of their loans,
Wow.
which is intense, right? Like, how many of us millennials have crazy student loan debt?
Yeah.
So when I was like looking for the next thing after The Bachelor, obviously, right? Like, I'm somebody who's always had like a normal job. I didn't want to stay in that like swipe up and use my code, Derek20. And this was really cool because this is the #1 issue in our generation.
Totally.
Yeah, what I do like about you, I think not a lot of people go from the Bachelorette to like, let's go save student debt.
Yeah.
So I admire that a lot.
You
Not
could have
all
gone
heroes
straight
are-
on that fit tea path.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the sunglasses. Or the sunglasses.
Fit tea for your finances.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So is finance something you were really passionate about before, though, and now you're just kind of doing a new thing after?
You got it. Yeah, I've always worked with like business clients, and I've been in the finance world for the last, 10 years since I graduated.
Cool.
Nice. So what are some tips for people who are in a relationship who have financial baggage? I don't. I paid off my student loans.
Yeah,
I'm a
girl.
responsible woman.
you really?
Yeah.
I
all
did
by
too.
myself.
High five.
Yeah, we did it.
Hey.
We're just like,
So we're
We don't care about you because you're not one of our clients. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
Good for you. Way to make
You are
everyone
a
else
guest.
feel
Can you
bad.
behave? I'm trying to inspire. Shouldn't we inspire each other?
You're right. You are.
Okay.
Everyone follow suit. Focus. That's how we fix our future. A bunch of catchphrases.
Great. I love it.
No, I think that when it comes to like, financial issues and differences, especially with millennials, you have like a big mix of some people who have like moved forward in their trajectory very quickly, or some others who are trying to figure out what they want to do, right, professionally.
Yeah.
And it's a very big divider. And I like to use the reference of like, remember the Friends episode where there's like the 2 or 3 who are like, we don't make as much money as you guys.
Right.
And then it actually like, they finally just say it after they've been thinking it for a really long time. And I think that's something in like personal relationships, whether it's friends or like if you're going on dates with somebody, you're dating somebody new. A lot of us try to just hold that back and we're like, oh, we shouldn't talk about numbers and finances. If it's gonna affect whether you can like be friends with somebody or be in a relationship with somebody, why not just be upfront with it and talk about it as soon as possible, honestly.
How soon is too soon, though? Like first
I don't
date?
I think first date, if you're like, hey, I wanna go here, listen, I believe in paying halves on a
Right.
date. Like, I'm not expecting you to pay for something. That's not somewhere I want to go. I want to go here and let's grab a couple drinks. Like, it's important,
Yeah, there is such a negative connotation around discussing money in relationships.
Totally.
It's the root of so many problems because way we're taught growing up is that you can't talk about money and you should be ashamed if you don't make enough money. Instead of just being honest, like, hey, I can't afford this. Can we work something out?
Yeah, why not talk about it if you know that like 3-4 months from now it's going to become an issue?
Absolutely.
Like no different than any relationship issue, right? Oh, this is going to become a problem. Well, why don't you just talk about it in the first place? And now you know. No, thank you, next, right? Like, I'm going to try to find somebody that matches up with me and my situation and my time right now.
So how can couples, talk about planning for like big purchases together?
So I think especially like this time of year, talking about holiday times and people start thinking about gifts. I'm a big believer in the 5 love languages.
oh.
And
Yeah.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
honestly, like the best way, not just for yourself, right, but for like understanding who your partners especially are, like what matters to them. Is it a gift, or would they rather go on a vacation with you, or go and do something fun together? So to me, it's about like the first step of that is just like understanding who's going to receive your gift, or what like conversation you're having about like, what do you want for Christmas this year?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean like, oh, I'm gonna get a $1,000 coat for you, right? Like that could be, hey, let's go to 2 concerts together this month, like something we haven't done, or maybe I'm gonna cook dinner for you because you want you know, somebody who actually like considers what you want.
Right.
It makes it more meaningful.
What-
Or, you know, like a noodle necklace from,
Yeah.
if that's all you can afford, that's all you can
Craft
afford.
work.
I like
Yeah.
macaroni
Right.
frames, personally.
Those, yeah.
are my
I saw a good Trump macaroni frame the other day, actually.
I'm curious, what is your love language? Because mine is money.
Yours is money.
Yeah.
My love language is the 5 love languages, just talking about it. No, mine is definitely touch. That's like a very male thing, that touch. And then the second is acts of service, you know.
That was mine.
Is it?
Access,
Yeah.
like making their lives easier, like doing like little things,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
chores,
do-
making.
Yeah.
I'll do the laundry for you.
Yeah.
I'm very much, well, I hate laundry. Like, we can talk about that another time. It's the never-ending problem in my
Yeah.
life. It's just folding the laundry. That's really the
Yeah.
worst.
That's
But
the worst part for you?
yeah.
Really? The worst
I'll-
part is
I'll-
actually doing it.
I'll reheat my laundry like 10 times until I finally fold it.
Oh,
I'm with you. I hate it.
wow. I'm curious, what are your thoughts, switching gears to Bachelor, what are your thoughts on the upcoming season, Colton?
Is this where I get to be a little bit snarky?
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
please.
So when it comes to Colton, I've heard he's like one of those guys. I haven't actually met him, but everybody that meets him says he's one of those guys who, like, the second that he smiles and he enters the room, he's like that sales guy who you're like, I'll buy that.
Right.
You know, like, anybody's just like, I'll have that. So I'm sure that, like, he's great for the position and everything. Personally, I really like Jason. I've met him. He and I do very similar things. He has a real job. I know that, like, I know Colton was a professional football player and everything, but, like, to me, The Bachelor used to be an entrepreneur or somebody who, like, was somebody who had, like, their life together. They knew what they're, and I wish we could come back to that a little bit. Like,
Are you looking forward to watching lose his virginity?
I don't know which edit you're watching, but, like, I never have seen that scene.
Oh, we get a rough cut.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider going back to Paradise?
You know
Or
what,
being The Bachelor? if
I'll
they
never say
offer-
no, but I don't think that's in my future. I think I'm like, after all of that, I very quickly was looking for, like, how do I get back into somewhere where I'm actually doing something good for the world?
Yeah.
Or maybe not good, but doing something of substance.
Yeah.
You know?
How has that impacted your daily life? I mean, I know right coming off those seasons, I see some of the contestants out at like bars and they're just like swarmed.
Yeah, that still happens.
Yeah.
But you know, like when it comes to dating and everything, you know, you think of how bad we talk about like Tinder and everything. The worst form of dating is going to be like answering to DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like I just like honestly as I have been dating now, like what I'm more attracted to is somebody who's like, that was really stupid that you did that show.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, come talk to me a little bit more about how.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
That's good
Exactly.
I like that.
You just want to get roasted, basically.
I love, yeah,
Got it.
you know.
Hey, this may work out.
This is easy.
I threw it at you first. Now it's your turn.
When you were like, I'm going to get snarky, I was like, you've been snarky. What's happening?
I can feel this. I like this vibe. We're going to keep this going. Derek, thank you for joining us.
Great to meet everybody.
And you can learn more about Laurel Road at www.laurelroad.com. And you can listen to Derek's The Bachelor podcast on your tablet, phone, or browser. That's all from us today. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same table.